Good evening and salam Ibu Pertiwiku. More than 50,000 primary and high school teachers have gone on to strike in the biggest industrial action ever seen in New Zealand schools. Since a Labour coalition government took power in late 2017, teachers have held 3 strikes calling for pay rises, better working conditions and more respect for their profession. Wednesday's one-day strike is the first time primary and high school teachers have united in action, dubbing Wednesday's protest a mega strike. The protesters have so far turned down 3 pay rise offers from the government of 3% and said they want 15% or more to continue their work. However, the government says it has no more money to give. Linda Stewart, the president of NZEIT Rio Roa, the union that represents primary school teachers, said the sector was in crisis. Teachers were being forced to care for too many students and were bogged down by excessive paperwork, pastoral care obligations, large class sizes, and not enough funding for special needs students. More than 700,000 children have been affected by the strike, with many parents forced to take time off work or take children to work with them. A new Filipino law requires all graduating high school and college students to plant at least 10 trees each before they can graduate. The law formalizes a tradition of planting trees upon graduation, which is also hoped to simultaneously combat global climate change. The proponents of the law said the legislation could result in as many as 525 billion trees planted in a generation if it is properly adhered to. Philippines Magdalo Party President Gary Alejano, who was the principal author of the legislation, said the trees will be planted in mangroves, existing forests, some protected areas, military ranges, abandoned mining sites, and selected urban areas. The government said the species selected for planting must be appropriate to each location, climate and topography of the area, and there will also be a preference for indigenous species. In addition to the immediate carbon-absorbing impact of the trees, it is hoped the legislation will help bring environmental understanding to future generations and lead to further ecological initiatives. Well, that's all news for now. I'm Razi Ahmad, and thank you for watching. Good night.